Today marks 40 years since the first reported cases of what came to be known as HIV. Many organizations are commemorating World AIDS Day with special events. Joining me this morning, Tamara Stephanie with one of those organizations, Abounding Prosperity, to talk about some of those events happening today. First, Tamara, tell us about your organization, Abounding Prosperity. Black men, we know, have been hit hard by the virus. How has your organization focused on this demographic?
Thank you for having me this morning. We at Abounding Prosperity focus on those populations that are most affected by HIV, which particularly is Black gay men, Black women, Black cisgender women, transgender women here in Dallas County. So our focus is to provide services that can tackle any barriers that they may have to accessing care and addressing any of the inequalities that they may face that prevent them from receiving the much needed care and information and education.
I read a note, Tamara, from your CEO basically saying 40 years later, we're seeing the same stigma and significant disparity within Black and brown communities. What is that stigma and what are those disparities that he's referencing?
We continue to see among those most vulnerable populations economic, social, cultural, legal disparities that are still affecting Black and brown people. And so in order for us to tackle this battle with HIV and COVID-19 for that matter, we would first have to address these inequalities and this stigma that is still attached to HIV today.
What are some of the resources that you guys have available there? If someone's watching this interview and, maybe they want to reach out, what are some of the ways that you can help out?
There's a lot of ways you can help out. As you said here, the National HIV/AIDS Strategy is being unveiled today. And the theme of World AIDS Day is equitable access, ending the HIV epidemic and everyone's voice. And so, therefore, everyone can play a part in ending the HIV epidemic. You can do that by providing peer support, supporting those who are at the ground level and doing the work. You can also support by getting tested and knowing your status yourselves. We want everyone to know that you equals you, that you can combat this disease. We can fight it together. We want everyone to know about PrEP and that PrEP is here. We at Abounding Prosperity are here for those who need help with accessing any type of services, if there are any barriers to receiving HIV care, if you need access to getting on PrEP and the pill that is the pill that prevents HIV. If you need any type of support at Abounding Prosperity, we can offer that to you. And we want to make sure that everyone has equal access to services. And that is what we're going to have to do, honestly, in order to combat HIV and COVID-19.
Absolutely. Look, as part of this World AIDS Day this morning, you guys unveiled a new art installation at the Hope Health and Wellness Center. It's called A Legacy of Lives Lost. What do you hope people will learn from that exhibit?
A couple of things. We don't want to forget at all those people that lost their lives to HIV and AIDS. Over the past 40 years, we have made tremendous progress, but we still have a ways to go in order to end this HIV epidemic. We want people to remember those that have lost their lives, but also know that there are still people living with an HIV experience. We've learned a lot, and by what we have learned from HIV over the years has also assisted us with addressing this COVID-19 pandemic as well. And so it's important that we understand what has happened over the course of history over the past 40 years. And we can end this HIV epidemic. And we do not want to forget about those that have fought this fight and have struggled together. And we at Abounding Prosperity will continue to be in the struggle with everyone together.
Tamara, I want to thank you and your entire team at Abounding Prosperity. We know you're out here doing the good work for folks. So again, thank you. And thank you for joining us this morning as well.
Thank you for having me.
If you missed the installation unveiling this morning, it will be open to the public from 10 until 7 through December 3rd. Community Family Reunion also takes place from 2 to 4:45 today at Abounding Prosperity Inc.'s Community Center. That's 1705 MLK Boulevard. The Family Reunion will feature a wellness fair in partnership with Hope Health and Wellness Center and several organizations. Free food, entertainment, free hygiene, COVID-19 wellness kits as well will be distributed. Additionally, as she mentioned in our interview, free wellness screenings will be offered throughout the duration of the event, as well as HIV screenings as well.